This is the Bud Rebel Show, and I have a special interviewer. Gary, I'm sorry to tell you, this will be my friend will be interviewing you for this interview. He's very
I'm
talented.
fine with that.
Okay, his first question is, do you like dog food?
Um, not not every day, about twice a week, but not every day.
I think being on some of these sets, that's probably what you get after a while.
No comment.
So Gary, you're an actor, as we say, and you started out. One of the things that was interesting, you do like Star Wars, a number of characters that you do. Can you
Yeah, I
so,
did.
can you do some of them for us right now?
Well, what I can tell you about that is about 4 or 5 years ago, I did a one-man show. I was able to take the fourth film and kind of condense it from 2 hours to about 45 minutes, 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours to 45 minutes. And I was able to do uh, kind of like what do they call that? Like like the meat of the movie and trying to see the main story of the movie. And I was able to do that on stage. I did that a few times. I won an award for it. And then I started getting into more film and television.
So wait, you did how many characters did you do for that?
Oh wow. I think when we counted, I think the final count was around 24, 25 ish.
You did 25 characters.
Yeah, around 24, 25.
Can you do? Can you at least do R2D2 for me?
Um, it's been a while. It's been 4 or 5 years,
That's okay.
but
That's okay.
um, but yeah, it was the main characters, and then the one-offs that they had one line or two lines or something. But yeah,
That's amazing.
it ended up being 24, 25 characters. I had a lot of fun with that.
And you knew all the lines like that?
Yeah.
I guess you didn't
I,
watch. This is not the first time you watched Star Wars. I would assume you may have
no,
watched it more than once.
no. I haven't watched it that many times.
Oh, okay.
Believe it or not. I knew one scene from A New Hope in high school. It was the uh, what scene was it? When they're at when they're at the table and Obi-Wan Kenobi says, yes, if it's a fast ship. I knew that scene.
There you go. There's
Um,
one.
I knew that scene, and then I kind of built around there, and then I kind of expanded, and I said, why don't I do the whole show? And then I took the script, and I was able to condense it to just the main story of the movie
You know
without.
that that's a cool
Mhm.
idea, especially in today's times when people do not have a lot of patience. Imagine if you
Yeah,
could do that with Gone with the Wind. Wow, 45 minutes. That'd be pretty challenging, huh?
yeah. My the next thing that I would love to do this one day. I haven't written anything or sat down for anything, but I would love to do a one man Toy Story.
Oh, Toy Story?
Yeah, and be
Very
able to do
cool.
that in 45 minutes and tell that story. That's a wonderful, wonderful film.
Yeah, and I guess you're great at different types of different characters. I would say in terms of like making the voices and stuff.
Yeah, I started doing that back in high school. I started doing that back in ninth or 10th grade, somewhere around there, and I just stuck with it.
Can you give us one famous voice that we
Of
know?
course, if you want some walking, pow.
Very good, very good. So, when did you get started in this whole acting? I know you went to a college. Of, was it five towns?
Yeah, yeah.
And tell us about your background, how you got started, and the whole nine yards.
Ooh, okay. I got started in acting around, I'd say, 11 or 12 years old. I think my first words of all time were lights, camera, action. So I think it was what I was destined to be. I loved film. I remember going to films as far back as 1997. I remember going to see the Austin Powers movie. I remember walking out of that theater and just being like, I need to do this somehow, some way. Um, uh, so I studied by myself in junior high, high school. Did acting there. That way, I did maybe. I think I did at the time. I did 2 shows a year. I would do one show during the school year and then a show during the summer. I did that for a while, and then I did 3 shows a year, and then I started getting more into film and television when I went to college. I started off at Suffolk Community College over here, and I just went from there. And I just went to Five Towns, and at Five Towns, I focused on producing, acting, and a little bit of writing.
Wow. And then when you got out of college, what was your first gig, your acting role that you had?
Well, when I got out of college, we were still in quarantine,
Mm,
and it was difficult because everyone wanted to go out and do stuff, but we can't because of quarantine. I graduated in August,
oh, so then
so
you're pretty new to the field, and already you're moving up the ladder. I see on
yeah,
IMDb. That's pretty cool.
yeah. I really like to keep busy. I really really like to keep busy. Whatever thing I can stick myself into, whatever role I can get, it's fine with me. Um, and then during quarantine, I finished college and I said, let's take a week off. I graduated. Let's have time to soak this in. And then 2 days later, I said, okay, what can I do now? What to do? And I mean, it was hard for everyone because nobody knew about the virus. Really, there really wasn't
Right.
vaccines everywhere. We
Mhm.
didn't know uh, what we can do with film. And I said, you know what? We have all these resources and outlets. Why not just make some stuff from home? So I did an 8 episode web series called Freshman Circus. I wrote, acted, produced, and directed some of the episodes with that. We did the eight episodes with that.
Where can we see
Um,
this? Your
that
show?
is on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Really cool.
YouTube. Just type in Freshman Circus and all the episodes are there. I
Yeah.
did
How did you promote something like that?
well. I mean, for me, it's something brand new because
Mm,
I'm not into social media. I don't do any of that stuff, so I'm pretty new to everything. How do I promote it? Well, I thought of it this way. I thought if we had four other cast members, including me, five. That's five social medias. If they have
right.
Instagram, it's 10 Twitter and whatnot. So we try to get on as many radio podcasts as possible. We try to get on as many um, friends shows and stuff as to advertise the show as much as possible. We promoted it everywhere, and I thought it turned out really well. And then after that, I made a film called Fandemic. 50 fans celebrate 50 years of cinema, and what it was is it was a huge film, an hour and a half
Wow.
of people picking their favorite movies from the last 50 years and people picking a scene from it. And they were able to do it from their house in quarantine.
That's very interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
Were you
So
did you did, were you able to pick one of your favorite movies as well? Were you in that?
no, I just
Oh,
produced it and kind of I really didn't direct. I more or less produced that one as well and got it together. But that was really fun.
and
You had fan.
where can you see that film? Is it a
You'll find it
single?
on YouTube as well. I'm sure after
Okay.
this I'll give you all the
Yeah.
links.
No. Well, my viewers would definitely be interested in seeing that.
Yeah. But that was really fun.
Did
I had
you came up with that idea as a whole?
Yeah. So what I did is at the beginning of quarantine, I saw somebody did Back to the Future Part Two, and they did everything in quarantine. They had people from all over the world, and I thought, that might be interesting. So I thought, what if I did the last 50 years of cinema? Because I thought, all of us are actors, producers, writers, but at the end of the day, we're huge fans of movies.
Hmm.
And how many of us went to see Jurassic Park or Star Wars and something got inspired? So I said to everyone, I said, look, pick your favorite movie. We had a list of years, and we were able to do 50 years from 1970 to 2020 with somebody doing a movie from each individual year, which was really fun. You saw families, husbands and wives, and their kids doing things, and just some actors at home with other actors. It was really a lot of fun to watch and experience all these different people.
Gary, do you agree with their choices of the best films, best scenes?
Um,
At least a few.
I'm sure. Yeah. I think when I looked at it, I think I agreed with a lot of them. Um,
What would you?
there's a
What
lot of great movies.
if you were in asked to do that? What would you have picked as one of your favorite films and scenes?
I would have loved to do a movie. Well, I would love to do a scene from the movie Frequency. It's with Dennis Quaid. It's a 2000 film. It's a beautiful film. Would have loved to do that. Would have loved to do Toy Story. Would have loved to do Ghostbusters. Would have loved to do Batman. Would have loved to do Casablanca, but we didn't go back that far.
That's funny. And then what else did you do after that? Did you are you involved in what's your next project for that?
So after that, I did a short film with Mina and
Oh, I think we know
uh,
her.
and with Brittany Diaz. We did a short film. It's called Welcome. And
Okay.
then a few weeks after that, I did another film with Brittany. It's about. I'm not going to say too much because I don't know if I can, but it's really good. It's short, but it's sweet. It's to the point. It has a really great twist, and I really loved it. Then after that, I just lent my voice. I just sent it right now. There's a there is a cartoon being done right now called Cider Island. I just did a few voices for that as well. And then I just got picked up to produce a film called Casanora.
Oh wow, very interesting. Good.
Yeah, it's about here in New York. It's about a guy and his puppet, and they do a parody of Casablanca. And when I read the script, I dropped it. I said, "This is the funniest thing. Let's do this." Yeah.
Now, Cider Island sounds very familiar for some reason. I don't know why. Is that like where was that scene, Cider Island? What it sounds like a very familiar show or so forth.
So Cider Island is this wonderful guy named Eric who created this whole idea and this whole universe with the cider fairies and cider people, and just she created this really funny, I don't want to say Family Guy, but like Robot Chicken, kind of like that
Wow.
kind, all that kind of humor. It's really funny.
Oh, okay,
It's
super.
yeah, it's like that kind of stuff. It's I think it was really great. I sent my line today, and we can't wait to see it.
That's great. Now, being an actor is not a great financial, let's say, avenue to go unless until you make it to the big time. So, what do you do part time? Do you work other jobs, or how do you make a living?
No, so I always acted because I loved it. I thought it was always fun and always really cool. But my main thing probably is producing, and I'm a huge collector, so I do that a lot too. Acting is just something I love and something for fun I do. I don't necessarily say I want to put all my eggs in one basket. Although I think you can in this day and age. There's so many more jobs with acting because there's so many more channels.
Hmm.
There's so many more streaming services. The Hallmark Channel puts out 200 or 300 movies a year. Excuse me, 200 or 300 movies a year. So I think it just depends what type of actor you want to be.
And
But I
what
think
kind of
if you
you are you? Would you say you're more into serious acting, comedy, horror? What do you have a certain genre you like to do better than others?
I think I just really want to tell a good story. I think at the end of the day, that's what I really want to do. I want to have somebody just watch whatever it is, the screen, a movie theater, or television. I just want them to forget about paying rent for a few hours.
Right. Entertainment,
That's
entertainment for
it. That's
entertainment
it.
purpose. That's a beautiful thing because a
That's
lot
it.
of times it gets too political nowadays, and it's really a shame.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Not there's not as much fun, and you need escape. That's beautiful. But my question also is, how do you decide? Like when you're gonna, let's say they had you play a role, and it's not who you are. How do you get yourself into that mode?
Well, I mean, I think it depends what role it really is. If somebody casts me, let's say, as a serial killer
I
for
don't think you're a
something,
serial
I'll
killer,
look at
right?
the. No, not
Okay,
at
good.
all.
Okay, thank you.
Um, I'll read the script, and I'll say, okay, he did this and this and this and this, and then I'll look online and I'll try to find out someone that did something similar, and try to see if I can get or watch any interviews with somebody that did something like that. Just try to get into the mind of that person.
That's okay. That's when you went to the college, university. Was it really helpful in developing a craft? Do you find like maybe it was some people say acting school and all that stuff is overpayment. Some people say it's worth it. You make a lot of connections. What would you say to people about that if you really want to get in the field?
I think film school is a definite amazing place to go. I mean, I thank my stars every day that I was able to get the opportunity to go to film school. I know not a lot of people don't, but I think it's a really great idea to go to film school, because when you go to film school, you don't just get to learn acting, you get to learn all sides of production, and you find out really what you want to do. I think that could be really positive.
And what was the most important lesson you learned? Did you pick up a lot of different connections from the film school also, or what's the most important aspect that you learned that you bring to this craft you're in now?
I think I think the most important thing I learned, which is be yourself. Because once you be who you truly are, you bring something brand new to the table that no one ever has seen before, and no one could be you but you.
And have you gone on like quote auditions a lot?
You know, after I graduated college, we were in quarantine, but I auditioned a little bit, but there really wasn't that much people were looking for that you can do in quarantine.
Right. Now you see there's more auditions coming out
Yeah,
lately, or
absolutely.
that's good. Are you auditioning for anything that you want to tell us about?
Ooh, Spider-Man: No Way Home. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not in Spider-Man. What am I auditioning for? I'm always doing something. I'm always trying to get involved in something, whether it be acting, whether it be producing, whether it be doing anything. I just at the end of the day, I just want to tell a good story.
Yes, it's always that's the key, I guess, telling the story
Yeah,
and getting. And you write also. Am I
yeah,
correct with that? You write and
yeah.
you produce and you direct. You do a little bit of everything, I guess. Your hands in all different pots, you might say.
Yes, I try to extend myself as much as I can.
That's great. That's great. And 5 years from now, where will we see you, Gary?
Ooh, oh my.
How
I don't
about
know where
you?
I'm gonna be tomorrow. I don't know where I'm gonna be tomorrow.
Well, if you could, I'm just saying, in your dream that you like to do, where would you want to be in this whole?
Oh my God, my dreams. I would love to be either working for an auction company for and helping people with their collections and collecting, and
We
I
never
would love
got
to do
into
that
that.
still.
By the way, I'm sorry, Gary. This collections.
Oh,
Tell
no
me a little
problem.
about it. Tell me what kind of collections you have.
Okay, so in 5 years, I would like to do that, or I would really love, which is the dream, the ultimate dream is I would love to be a producer at Warner Brothers.
Hmm,
I mean, how many people have grown up with Warner Brothers films?
right.
Um,
And how does your family feel about you doing this career? Are they been supportive? It's been difficult to work with them on that.
they were. I think they were really happy that I was able to go to college and graduate and get my degree. I think they enjoy it. I think they love it. Whenever my movie comes out, I just tell them not to watch it. I don't want my parents to watch my movie just yet. Just yet, I'm like, don't watch that just yet. Um,
Do you watch yourself in the films?
I try not to. I'm very critical of myself, and I said, why the hell did I do it that way?
That's right. That's true. So, Gary, it's a pleasure speaking to you. I want to wish you all the best.
Thank
You
you so
seem like a
much.
very talented actor, and continue growth with you. All the best, my friend.
Well, thank you
Thank you
so
very
much.
much. Thank you for
Thank you so
having me.
much.
Thank you for joining us for the Bud Rebel Show. I hope you enjoyed the interview with Gary. Have a great one. Take care. Bye bye.